Hi, I'm Lynn and welcome to the Moo Food channel, and this is going to be our second video of our soup series. And today I've just been to the community fridge, which is just beside the Muir Hub, to find out what's in there and to see what we can make today. So I found some mushrooms from the local supermarket were in there, and there was some tatties from the Spud Hut, and there's some rolls that were left over from the co-op, and also a couple of onions in there. So I'm just going to go in now and see what kind of soup we can come up with those ingredients. So with the ingredients we got today from the fridge, I'm just going to use this whole box of mushrooms in the soup. I'm just going to wash them really well. I'm not going to take the skins off, just so there's no waste with that one. I'm just going to add in, wash again these potatoes really well, and I'll just keep the skin on for those two and just chop them up into cubes. Chop up the onions, and then just a couple of things I had at home to add into that are 3 cloves of garlic. I'm going to use a couple of tablespoons of butter, but you can just use some oil if you don't have any of that at home, and add just a little bit of salt and pepper to give that a bit of seasoning. Sometimes you'll find that there's things like celery and herbs and all that kind of thing in the fridge, and that wasn't there today, but obviously that would be a great addition to this soup as well. And then also I've got a couple of rolls that are stale, which is perfect for making croutons. So I'm just going to put a little bit of seasoning in with that. So I've got some oil again, and I'm going to add in some garlic and some oregano, but you can just use anything you have at home. Salt and pepper is absolutely fine and will taste really nice. Yeah, so I'll get started with the soup first of all. So when your butter's all melted, you're just going to tip in your washed and roughly chopped mushrooms all into there. I'm just going to stir them and cook them for about 5 minutes until they start to release their juices. So when the mushrooms look like this, you're just going to add in your onions and your garlic and 1 teaspoon of salt, and just going to cook that for another 5 minutes until the onions are nice and soft. And just keep stirring it through those 5 minutes just to make sure it doesn't stick and it cooks evenly throughout. Then you're just going to add in all your chopped up tatties, the skin's still on, and also 6 cups of stock, or I've just spilled some, or 1.5 litres. Just pop it in there. We're just going to bring that to the boil and then simmer it for 20 minutes. So while that's going, I'm just going to get the croutons on. So with your rolls or bread that you've roughly chopped up, I'm just going to add on a little bit of oil, drizzle that over there, and then I've just picked oregano, garlic, salt, and a little bit of salt and pepper, and just made a wee mix. I'm just going to pour that over, but you can put chili flakes or different spices on there, depending on whatever flavouring it is that you like. Give it a wee try, and then I'm just going to stir that about and then get it all covered in the oil and the herbs, and then I'm just going to put it in the oven for about 20 minutes depending on your oven and your size of breadcrumbs and things like that, so just until they're nice and crispy. So when your potatoes are soft and cooked through, you just need to blend it either in a food processor or just with a hand blender like I've got here. I'm just going to add a little bit of pepper as well. It's a good time to just give it a wee taste and see if you think I need any more seasoning as well in there. So we've got our mushroom and potato soup and the croutons. That's it finished now. So it's nice to have a nice lunch from the community fridge, just with a few extra ingredients from home. The croutons, to be honest with you, they probably won't last long with me, but you can store them in an airtight container and they'll keep for up to about 2 weeks. So that's a good thing if you have quite a bit of stale bread. A good way to use it up is to cook it all up, and then you can have that at any point to add into soups and salads, stews, things like that. mushrooms, those mushrooms I used today were on their last legs, so I used them all up. But if you have mushrooms that could last for a little bit longer in the fridge, and you're getting the ones that do come in the plastic packaging, they do need to be able to breathe, otherwise they go off really quickly and become a little bit slimy. So you might want to take that off, and they're actually best stored in like a paper bag or with a paper towel or something like that to absorb some of their moisture. Yeah, but that's it. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you back here for the next soup video.